Victoria Lawson strode through the corporate headquarters of Lawson Tech at 9 in the evening, her heels clicking sharply against the polished floors. At 34, she'd built her father's struggling company into a billion-dollar enterprise. Through sheer determination and ruthless efficiency, she had no patience for weakness, excuses, or anything that didn't contribute to the bottom line, including the evening janitorial staff she barely noticed. Tonight, however, she noticed the new janitor, a man in gray coveralls, probably early 30s, pushing a cleaning cart down the hallway. He nodded respectfully as she passed but kept his distance. Smart. Victoria didn't engage with staff below executive level. What she didn't expect was the small blonde girl in a pink dress who came running around the corner, pigtails bouncing. Daddy, Daddy, what I drew. The child, maybe 4 years old, waved a piece of paper excitedly. The janitor's face transformed with genuine warmth. That's beautiful, sweetheart. Is that our apartment? And the park? And the bird we saw? Victoria stopped, irritation flaring. What is a child doing in my building at this hour? The janitor turned, clearly trying to shield his daughter. I'm sorry, Miss Lawson. My babysitter canceled last minute. I couldn't miss my shift. She's not bothering anyone. She's just sitting in the break room while I work. This is a corporate office, not a daycare. This is completely inappropriate. I understand. It won't happen again. I'll make other arrangements. Victoria was about to walk away when the little girl stepped forward, looking directly at her with curious blue eyes. I know you, the child said. You're the pretty lady from the hospital. Victoria froze. What? At the children's hospital? You read me a story when I was scared about my operation. You said everything would be okay. Memory crashed over Victoria like a wave. 6 months ago, she'd attended a fundraiser at the children's hospital, had been touring the pediatric ward for a photo opportunity. A little girl scheduled for surgery had been crying, terrified. On impulse, Victoria had sat with her, read her a story, stayed until the child felt calmer. She'd left immediately after, dismissing it as a momentary lapse in her usual boundaries. She'd certainly never expected to see that child again. Emma. That's not, the janitor started. It is. I remember. She has pretty hair, and she told me to be brave like a princess. And she was right. The doctors fixed me, and I'm all better now. The janitor looked between his daughter and Victoria with dawning realization. You were there for her surgery? I remember someone being with her. The nurse mentioned a kind woman who calmed her down. Victoria felt uncharacteristically flustered. It was a charity event. I was just there briefly. Emma tugged on her father's coveralls. Daddy, can the nice lady see my scar? The doctor said I'm a superhero because I was so brave. Against every professional instinct, Victoria found herself kneeling down to Emma's level. You are brave. How are you feeling now? Really good. Daddy says my heart is strong now. I can run and play and everything. Emma's enthusiasm was infectious. The janitor cleared his throat. I should get back to work. Come on, Emma. Let's let Miss Lawson continue her evening. What's your name? Victoria asked him. Ryan. Ryan Foster. And this is Emma, but you've met. Victoria stood, her mind working through implications. Foster. You started this week? Yes, ma'am. Evening shift, 5 days a week. And you have childcare issues? Ryan's jaw tightened. I'm handling it. Tonight was an emergency. Won't happen again. Victoria made a decision that would have shocked her board of directors. There's a small office on the 3rd floor that's not being used. Emma can stay there while you work. Set up a sleeping mat. Bring some quiet activities. Better than the break room. Ryan stared at her. I can't ask you to. You're not asking. I'm offering, but only until you find consistent childcare. This is not a permanent solution. Thank you, Miss Lawson. I really appreciate this. Emma threw her arms around Victoria's legs. Thank you, pretty lady. Victoria awkwardly patted the child's head, then walked away quickly before anyone could see the emotion threatening to crack through her carefully maintained facade. Over the following weeks, Victoria found herself making excuses to work late, to walk past the 3rd floor office where Emma would be coloring or playing quietly while Ryan worked. The child always lit up when she saw Victoria, running over to show her drawings or tell her stories. "Why are you still here so late, Victoria?" asked Emma one evening. "It's past 9. Daddy works until midnight. He says we need the money to pay for my operation bills. They were really expensive." Victoria did some investigating. Ryan Foster, widower whose wife had died in childbirth. He worked 3 jobs to cover Emma's medical expenses from the heart surgery 6 months ago. The janitorial position at Lawson Tech was his most recent addition. She also discovered he'd been an engineer before his wife's death. With a degree from a good university, he'd given up his career to care for Emma and pay the mounting medical debt. The next week, Victoria called Ryan into her office during the day. He arrived in regular clothes, clearly worried he was being fired. "Sit down, Mr. Foster. If this is about Emma, I'm still looking for childcare. I haven't found anything affordable yet." "This isn't about childcare. It's about the fact that you're an engineer working as a janitor." Ryan's expression closed off. "I work where I can find work that fits with taking care of my daughter. Our engineering department needs a junior structural engineer. Day shift, 9 to 5. Benefits. Salary that would let you actually pay down your debt. Are you interested?" Ryan looked at her like she'd spoken a foreign language. "Why would you offer me this?" "Because your daughter remembered me when I'd forgotten her. Because 6 months ago, I sat with a terrified little girl for 15 minutes, and it clearly meant something to her. Because you're overqualified to push a cleaning cart, and I don't waste talent. I don't have current references. I haven't worked as an engineer in years. I'm not asking for references. I'm making you an offer based on your skills and the fact that Emma needs a father with reasonable hours." Ryan's eyes filled with tears he tried to hide. "Thank you. I don't know what to say. Say you'll start Monday." As Ryan left, Victoria sat at her desk, staring at the city lights outside her window. She'd built her success by being hard, uncompromising, focused solely on results. But a little girl's simple recognition had cracked something open inside her. Ryan excelled in the engineering department. His designs were innovative, his work ethic exceptional. Within a year, he paid off Emma's medical debt and moved them to a better apartment. He and Victoria became friends first, bonding over late working sessions where Emma would color at Victoria's conference table. The child had somehow become a fixture in Victoria's life, teaching her that power and compassion weren't mutually exclusive. 2 years after Emma recognized her in the hallway, Victoria and Ryan were dating. Emma was thrilled, declaring Victoria her second mommy with the confident certainty of a 6-year-old. 3 years after that, they married in a small ceremony. Emma was flower girl, wearing a princess dress Victoria had bought her. "You know what changed everything?" Ryan said at the reception. "Emma remembering you." She saw past the intimidating CEO to the person who'd shown her kindness when she was scared. "Children have a way of seeing what adults miss." Victoria looked at Emma. "Dancing with friends, healthy and happy. She taught me that being strong doesn't mean being hard. That success means nothing if you're too focused on winning to notice the people around you." The angry CEO who'd built walls around her heart had learned that vulnerability wasn't weakness. A little girl's memory had reminded her of who she'd been before ambition had consumed everything else. And in helping a struggling father and his daughter, Victoria had found the family she hadn't known she needed. If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe for more tales of unexpected connection. Comment about children who changed perspectives.